Our second use case is about biology. Interactions arise naturally in biology. Genes produce proteins. Proteins regulate the functions of other proteins. Cells transmit signals to other cells. Dysfunctional genes lead to pathological conditions that present themselves as observable phenotypes. Some of these interactions are observed and measured by experimentalists. Another class of graph relations represent human knowledge. For example, an edge may denote anatomical association, such as the nucleus is inside a cell, or that the cerebral cortex is part of the brain. Similarly, one can encode different classifications of entities like both humans and dogs and mammals. Researchers also find these relationships from literature or by computational techniques like bioinformatics algorithms. There are many bioinformatics algorithms that find statistical correlations between genes and proteins. Many biological networks are created by creating edges between entities because they are strongly correlated based on measurements, like gene expression level. Yet, a third category of computed relationships associates terms by mining scientific literature. If two entities are co-mentioned in scientific articles very often, then there is a likelihood that these two entities are related. In this case, the edge between them does not depict a specific relationship, but the fact that they are associated. All these interactions can be assembled into networks or graphs where the nodes are biological entities and edges represent different categories of molecular interactions, associations between diseases and genes. Now, there are two issues I would like you to understand. First, graphs like the one we saw are assembled, that is, integrated from many data sources produced by many independent science groups who have different research goals, use different scientific techniques, but the underlying biological entities are common across many groups. It is the commonality that helps us stitch together these larger graphs. Second, as more results get linked and integrated, the size of the networks grow, leading to big data problems and the need for big data technology. Now, let's ask the same question. Why graphs? In biomedicine, people are always trying to discover new science. For instance, they want to discover unknown relationships. For example, they can take two diseases, very different diseases, colorectal cancer and Alzheimer's disease, and they might want to ask, are they related? If so, can you connect the dots and find out what the intervening network between them is? It turns out, as you can see, there are several genes that directly or indirectly connect these two diseases. Thus, we can use pathfinding techniques like this to discover previously unknown connections in a network. In addition, researchers sometimes need to explore the networks to help their discovery process. I have collaborated with a group that is using graph exploration techniques to figure out how phenotypes of undiagnosed diseases all fit together.